of them has said that repetitively about being an inspiration, and I appreciate that. I can't tell you how much that means to me. Thank you very, very, very kindly. So there you go. Thank you very, very much. And if you want to make a donation still, you're welcome to do it at any time at forthepeopleshow.com. What we're doing is we're trying to expand the broadcast to more markets, more radio markets. And to do that, it takes time for people to, send out sales items or marketing materials or ads that run in magazines that cost money. I mean, an ad costs $500 for an ad that maybe runs in a certain magazine to let other people know, or more. And then to make phone calls. Somebody's time during the summer to promote us. So we're trying to raise this beforehand. It's only $5,000. We've raised a little over $1,000. So if you can help out with a gift, big or small, you can do that. And we appreciate it because we are 100% listener supported at forthepeopleshow.com. God bless you for this. Here is a cool thing. If you're in jail in Cook County, it's a rough place to be if you're going to be in jail. But now they can order pizza, and they're going to deliver it directly to your cell. If you're doing any time in the Pokey. I'm not kidding here. But the sheriff says, hold on, before you get upset or anything like that. Basically what the sheriff spokesperson, rather, is saying, Carla Smith, who added that the sales will go towards funding the program. And basically what the deal is it's a Recipe for Change program, and it's run by a local restaurant owner, Chef Bruno Abate, and it's basically looking to teach inmates a skill that they can use when they're released. And this is according to the Chicago Tribune. And this program has been in place since April 20th, and as of Monday, 208 pies have been sold. And they're going for, let's see, pizza cost, if you're going to go in the Pokey there, $5 to $7. And the selection of the 6 pies include classics like the plain margarita and sausage. So there you go. So it says the food truck serving food cooked by inmates is also in the works, although it's only in the development stage. I think that's a great idea. People that end up in the Pokey, they say, become more institutionalized. They don't have any skill sets. A lot of them work out, but they don't become models. But giving them a trade is something that they can do on the outside, hopefully will improve their odds from not returning, because it's, and especially in Cook County, the return rate, residual, is just, it's terrible. What is this at 3 out of 5? It's about 3 out of 5 or so return. Recidivism, it's not a good rate at all. It's bad, but they deserve a break. If you've done your time, and some people learn, and but I think that's a great way so they don't become better criminals or worse, but you can improve yourself. You can get an education in there. Some actually become these jailhouse lawyers, but they actually do, and they become lawyers and successful. When they get out, they can help other people. So it's a good thing. So again, if you're in Cook County, you can order pizzas, but they're not trying to coddle, is what the sheriff is saying locally there, because they were getting some bad media, but it has nothing to do with that. It's to teach them a skill set. And man, you think these people sit in there doing practically nothing, go to the library, read a few books, if you want to read, but, at the compound, and their arms are like, unbelievably gigantic, but, unless you're going to model, I don't know what good that's going to do when you get to the outside, other than, you're all buff and all that, unless you go back to the gym when you get out of the Pokey. All that stuff's going to kind of turn into fat. And I've seen it happen to people if you don't continue working out. You got to do that. By the way, this is a very, very sad story. The wife of longtime ESPN broadcaster Chris Berman has died in a tragic crash in Connecticut. State police say the 67-year-old Catherine Ann Berman of Cheshire was one of two victims in the two vehicles crash about 2:15 p.m. Yesterday, as a matter of fact. And the other victim was an 87-year-old Edward Brutus of Waterbury. ESPN President John Skipper said in a statement that the death is a devastating tragedy and difficult to comprehend, and pledging to give Chris Berman the love and support he will surely need this hour. Police say Kathy Berman's car struck the rear of Birchel's SUV, and they both veered off the road, basically, is what happened. Berman's car went down an embankment and overturned into a body of water, so she drowned. The vehicle struck a utility pole and then landed on its roof. And ESPN is based in Bristol, Connecticut, by the way. Again, our prayers, and if you want to pray for somebody, Chris Berman has died in a tragic crash. That's the ESPN broadcaster Chris Berman, the wife of longtime ESPN of Chris Berman. So, yes, the wife. And that's very, very sad. So condolences, big time. Fellow broadcaster. It's a tough thing, man, to get. That's a hard pill to swallow. Very, very difficult. All right, so that's the goings and that's the doings. We're going to be talking about faith-based films when we come up the next half hour. Illegal immigration. Might touch a little bit more on the Comey stuff, which is just prevailing, but interesting nevertheless. And, Rod Rosenstein, what he's doing, how he's involved, basically. And then, this is an interesting one, LGBTQ-friendly gender options might soon appear on state driver's licenses. I'm going to have to weigh in on this. So that's, it's a full for the people. This is a mixed bag Wednesday for the people. We're kind of all over the place. And that's okay, right? But they say when you're doing a radio show, you gotta put together a program where it's kind of like ADD, ADHD, and HD. Did you get all that to keep things going and keep it fun? But we try to mix it up a little bit. We're hearing from you. And by the way, if you want something to be addressed, or if there's a news item, say in your hometown, you come across a story. I can't comb all the newspapers of every town and city, but something you think it's unique or a subject matter you want us to talk about, you can tell us about it. And you can do that at our website at forthepeopleshow.com. You can simply email us, or you can actually share it on Facebook, and you can like us there. There's a little icon on the website that'll actually allow you to do that. So that'll be very, very exciting, don't you think? Yeah. You can contribute. A contributor of For the People, and you can do that right there in the comfort of your own home and feel more connected to this program. After all, it's your show, folks. It's your program, and it's called For the People. We appreciate it so much. Remember, if you like the show, we like to say share the show. Stick around. More For the People up next.
We'll help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people. For the people. For the people is there.
It's unlike anything you've ever been through in your life, man. I was driving. This kid threw a grenade at us. It went right over our vehicle. It was 12 years old.
The shockwave went through my head, rattled up my brain, and left.
Danger is around you 360 degrees at all times, and you can't unlearn that.
It's impossible to describe the sacrifices these men and women have made to protect our freedoms. And the job of rebuilding their lives is massive and growing every day. Many will need the programs offered by the Wounded Warrior Project for years to come.
I didn't know what PTSD was. All I knew is I was having nightmares. And when I got released, my reintegration was go check in at the VA, man.
My first coping mechanism was use drugs. Just numb it. Don't feel anything.
I was angry. I'm trying to pull myself out of that right now.
Your gift today of $19 per month will honor and empower these veterans so they can aid and assist each other.
The Wounded Warrior Project is a life raft.
I can say this without question that I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for it.
Wounded Warrior Project is the first step, getting back out into the world and reforming yourself outside of the service.
Call or go online with a pledge of $19 a month. You'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket, and your gift will provide critically needed programs that rebuild lives.
That was my first feeling of actually being a part of something bigger than myself again.
Well, I lost a few really close friends overseas, and if I quit, I'm going to let them down, and I'm not about to do that.
I'm learning to face my fears head on, to trust and see what happens at the end.
It's a long process, but I had the drive and desire.
Please, call or go online with your gift right now.
Making a difference is something we strive to do each day at For the People. Our broadcast takes today's news and puts it into perspective with a common-sense approach. Even Bill Clinton on the stump said that it was broken, it was laughable, it was a joke, it wasn't helping people, real people, it wasn't, because the premiums are too high. For the People needs your help. We are asking you to help us raise $5,000 so we can get the word out to more places that might one day carry For the People. Just log on to For the People's website at forthepeopleshow.com. By partnering with us, you're ensuring our survival and giving others the opportunity to hear a quality show that cares about America and your future. To make a donation, type forthepeopleshow.com into your browser. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Thank you for your support. The internet is a big place, but 123 Ready TV has made it easy to start enjoying all of the current movies you enjoy and those movie classics. What if I told you that you could start streaming everything now and all the latest movies for just $19.99? And it's a one-time charge, not monthly. 123 Ready TV is a media app that you can have on your PC or your Android phone. You see, this app allows you to stream movies and TV shows, weather, and anything you already have on your PC or your phone or on the internet. Plus, no commercials. Find out why so many people are using this amazing media player. Start saving money and start enjoying all your favorite TV shows now and movies for just a one-time payment of $19.99. To get yours, go to forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com and click on the store page for your 123 Ready TV. We are For the People, and I'm your host, Keith Allen. Thanks for tuning in on this radio station, wherever you might be listening. We appreciate you so much. Our website's forthepeopleshow.com. Faith-based films. We're going to talk a little about that because of an article that I read. And a producer by the name of John Sullivan, he said that the term faith-based downplays the role religion plays in everyday life for many moviegoers. This is what he says. He says it diminishes the role of faith like it's something secondary to when a majority of Americans are still religious, he argued. Having faith in God is not an extreme view, but a very common one, and it should be a natural one for stories to incorporate that element without being sidelined. So getting rid of the term faith-based films. So kind of, what do you think about that? So it's more into the mainstream, so maybe people don't really get turned off by it and say, well, it's a Christian film. I don't want to see it. So, from that perspective, maybe it's a good thing. Or the view of Christian films being, there's just, a bunch of holy rollers, or it's so sterile or unrealistic that basically saying anybody that follows Christ doesn't swear. They never drink a beer. It's too perfect. And these are some of the points that he's brought up. Producer Mark Joseph, who credits include The Vessel, I Am David, and Ray, basically saying the term faith-based is an odd term to describe movies or anything else, he said. He said, again, it's a normal part of our lives. That most people in America believe in God. The problem with faith-based films is not the name, it's the content of these films, he said, and the